It's the connoisseur, thug poet in the skies. Green flames lick the night where the hustler flies. Tupac's ghost in my veins, let's ride or die.
I'm a phantom on the ridge, volcanoes, molten crown, Range Rover hovering, king with a gangster's gown, green rims blaze like emerald tears of the street, crypto veins pump gold with a block and blockchain meet, quilted thrones my fortress, stitched with real green anti-gravity soul, I'm the thug life's machine, jagged peaks my kingdom, lava's my war cry, connoisseurs decipher, subscribe, you fry.
What's up, guys? Crypto Connoisseur back with some more charts and chit chat. Before I begin, I am not a financial advisor. Do not take anything I say on this channel as financial advice. Any moves you make, it's on you. You'll be glad to hear tonight, guys. There's no more of me rambling. I'll be doing some TA. So let's jump into some charts and see what has been going on. Okie dokie. We're going to start off with Peacock. That's not Peacock, that's Dev. We're going to start off with Peacock. So Peacock got out of the tracks really fast, as you can see. This thing really took off, done crazy numbers. I think I got it in around this area. Got like a 13-14x on it. So it's doing the inevitable sell-off. So a lot of these coins, they pump really hard at the beginning, and you think they're basically going to make money forever. But as we all know, that does not happen. So from the top to the bottom, we got, it wasn't too bad of a retrace, if I remember. Yeah, a 76.45% retrace or dip. Which is quite normal. Sometimes these things go down 80-90%, but we have seemed to have bottomed out. I was watching last night, we printed a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. So if you look at this, we're on a daily chart. We had a red candle here, and then if you look at that wee green candle, ever so slightly bigger than the prior one, and that's called a bullish engulfing candle. That normally signifies a trend change, and you can see that's what looks like happening here. So what we've done was a retrace, and we've come back and actually tapped. I've talked about this in the channel lots of times, guys. These coins take off. If they don't retest these areas, you can see there has been resistance multiple times, and it took off, didn't retest it, and now it's finally come down, and it's tapped it a couple of times, and it looks to be taking off again. So we're in a fallen wedge. A lot of these coins I've been looking are in fallen wedges. I'll point them out to you soon here. So what we're looking here for Peacock is that maybe to break this upper trend line, and maybe do a wee retest on the trend line before it takes off again. If it does break this wedge, they normally retrace to the top of the wedge, which would be 190%, which is a 2.9x return to the top. So something to keep in mind, guys. I love this wee meme coin. It's sort of captivated me. Liberty Swap are backing it. They have it in their bio on their Twitter page, and they're heavily backing it. They've actually bonded it. They provided liquidity with a lot of the tokens in Pulse Chain, and they've burnt liquidity. So that's signs of they're going to back it hard. So another one is DEVC I got into, and again in a fallen wedge, had a bit of a retrace, and it's kind of broken out of it there. I wouldn't call that a clean break, but it's doing something similar to Peacock. So a fallen wedge, it's broken out, and I think this thing might take off again. So another wee one to watch out for. So let's jump over to Morpheus. This is Morpheus on the Dragon X pair, and you'll be really surprised to see that this thing is back in the range. So look, it's been in this range for months, since the beginning of, when's that? Going back to December 24, I dropped into it. So what's that, about 8 months? Had a wee bit of a poke above it. We all got very excited, thought, yes, this is it. We're finally going to break out of this range, and we'll just dip back into it again. Now we are working, by the looks of it, to pop out again. We don't know, we'll keep an eye on it. Over on the dollar chart, Morpheus is looking quite good as well. We've been in this massive symmetrical triangle. This is on the weekly chart. We've broken out of it, had a wee bit of got us all excited, and we've dipped back down, and we've tested that trend line 3 or 4 times there, and hopefully this will signify us taking off again. With ETH starting to perform and breaking out of a wedge, it's looking pretty good. My dog scratching itself in the background. Sorry if you can hear that. Okay, another one I want to have a look at is ORX. It's been in this massive inverse head and shoulders for a long time, and it's still working on it. So we need this thing to sort of pump up here, a little bit an impulse, and break this trend line and pop above it, and then a bit of support, and then take off. Let's check the EMA. Yep, it's come down there perfectly, and it's just tapped. If you can see the 21 EMA, it's tapped multiple times there. Hopefully that support, and then there's British things coming for ORX. It was in the Telegram. The last couple of nights. I like to lurk. I don't get involved too much. But rumor has it that Shadowy is just going to turn the ban burn on and let it loose. And there's 4 trillion TITANX in the ban burn. So I think we're going to see extreme fireworks, not for launch of device, but this is one I think is going to move a lot very soon. And obviously he's got the other protocol coming. So we want to keep on your radar there, guys. If it breaks above, if you're a cautious trader, wait for it to break above, retest, and then when it takes off, if you want to get in, that would be a time. But to me, this is a long-term hold, so I'm just accumulating as much as I can of this because I know what's coming with it. Another one of my favorites, World Mobile Token. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel, but this is basically a telecoms company based on the blockchain. They're already boots on the ground, several countries all over the world. They've over 2 million daily active users. They've got SIM cards live in the USA. They've just got listed today or yesterday on Kraken. So that's why you're seeing a bit of a pump. The eyeballs are now on it. People, I think, are starting to realize what this company have achieved and what they're about to achieve. Like, this is going to be a dominant force within the telecoms community. Pardon me, and I think it's going to do really, really well price-wise. So it's been in this massive range. If we look at our ORX, it's pretty similar. It's been in this range for a long time, and then you get this pop out, and then it goes crazy. ORX, once it broke it, it done a 3x. So World Mobile, we're just waiting on this thing, poking above it, getting a bit of support, and I think this thing is going to do massive numbers. But again, do your own research, look into it. If you want to ask me any questions about it, I'm happy to answer. I can send you some videos, but this is probably the project I'm most bullish about because the sky's the limit with this thing. It's not just another crypto. This is not a token on a blockchain. This is real world usage. It's solving a real world issue. There's half the world, believe it or not, are not connected. They reckon over 3 billion people don't have connection, which I was baffled when I first heard that. But yes, these guys they've worked out how to get internet in the rural areas. They're using aerostats, they're using current Wi-Fi routers. And the thing is, you participate, you get rewarded in the coin, and you can stake it as well. So it's one to look into. If you don't know about it, it's definitely worth looking into. Okay, let's jump over to TITANX. This fractal, again, I've been banging on about this for a long time, but I think it's going to play out. So before our massive pump, the last one began July last year, we've done a 10x. So if you look before that pump, we had a massive amount of time underneath the 21 EMA. This is on a daily. So we banged against it, and then we came down, we bottomed out with 3 spikes, as you can see here, with 3 spikes, and then on the last spike, I had a final dip down back into support before it took off. So if we pop over to where we are currently, excuse me, I just had a bad Coke. So again, same thing, 21 EMA, bouncing against it, resistance, came down. It has done 3 up spikes. Sorry, I'm really tired. And it's come down to, funny enough, the same support where this one came down to. If you look right here, we've just came right down to it, and we're starting to poke up again. So in theory, we're looking for something like this here. Not saying it's going to happen, but it seems to be perfect timing here. ETH start to take off. We have now got September. They reckon it's an 85% chance we're going to get rate cuts, which is bullish for risk-on assets. So I think things are going to start taking off in a big way here, guys. So we'll look over at Ethereum. So Ethereum on the daily, falling wedge breaking out. If we look at Bitcoin on the daily, same thing, falling wedge breaking out. And then let's have a look at, see what else we've got here. We've got Cardano, falling wedge breaking out. There's Link, falling wedge breaking out. So I think the market is finally about to turn for the better. We had our big dip, a cool off, reset the oscillators, usual stuff, guys. Again, it's just a game of patience. We just have to sit, chill, and wait for everything to reset. The money flows in again, the hype begins, and then everything takes off. So just keep your wits about you guys. We're about to get into the really exciting stage of the bull market, and there's a lot of money to be made. Don't be sleeping a lot. Don't be leaving your computer for a long time. Always have your phone on you. Always be on X checking things. But remember, spend time with your family and friends. You know, there is more important things in life than investing in crypto. But anyway, guys, I will shoot on and leave you to it. And until the next one, guys, peace and love, crypto connoisseur. I'm out. Bye. Bye-bye.